ẹranko ilé ẹranko igbó wọ́n yìn bàbá lókè. Àwọn aláìní àwọn tó ti ní wọ́n yìn bàbá lókè. Kò ṣẹ́gbà tí kò bá ṣèyàn kò tó mọ̀ pé bàbá ń bẹ lókè. Kò ṣẹ́gbà tí kò bá ṣèyàn kò tó mọ̀ pé lóòótọ́ ń bẹ lókè. You don't have to wait till you feel the pain. You can start right now. It's not too late. It's not too late to be grateful.
Yeah, I'm coming in with the heart of gratitude. Attitude of gratitude.
To leave this world a better place. You don't have to wait till you feel the pain. You can start right now. It's not too late. It's not too late. It's not too late to be grateful.
You don't have to wait till you feel the pain. Yeah, lovely morning to you. Welcome on board. This is King 103.9 FM, and it is the arena with your WORDY man, worthy man, Abiola Ayodele. I had to come in with an attitude of gratitude, and I'm sure you also did the same. Check your time, it's 19 minutes gone past 11. It's a beautiful day, January 17 of the year 2022. Some are already achieving their goals. Some are on the path of achieving it. Some haven't started, but it's never too late to start. But be sure you're not putting yourself under pressure, undue pressure, like I always say. We all have our different times. The time you will make it may not be the time I will, but one thing is sure, we all are gonna make it. Who gets to the destination first is not the problem. What matters is that we all should get to the destination. We don't have to get there at the same time, but we must surely make it to the destination. And there is a remarkable thing, and it is that we have a choice every day regarding the attitude we will embrace for the day. We know we cannot change our past. We cannot change the fact that people will act in a certain way. We cannot change the inevitable. The only thing we can do is play on the one string that we have, and that is our attitude. So I am more than convinced that life is 10% of what happens to me and 90% of how I react to it. So how do you react to the pressure? The pressure can make you or mar you, depends on how you manage it. You are in charge of your attitude, so know what to do and when to do it, and of course how to do it. So do not wait till you pile up all of those goals and you haven't achieved any. We know some of us haven't achieved any yet. You don't have to wait till they become burdensome before you start achieving them. Do you want to read books? Do you plan to read one book for a month and you haven't even started with one yet? Don't wait till the third or second quarter of the year and you now put yourself under undue pressure to achieve the goals. Take them step by step right now when they are still achievable, when they are still realistic. You know, Yoruba we say àti kékeré la ti ń pẹ̀ka ìrókò. Nítorí tí ó bá dàgbà tán yóò máa fi ojoojúmọ́ gbẹbọ lọ́wọ́ ẹni. I mean, this is a Yoruba proverb that literally means it's best to trim an iroko trees over hanging branch. That is, it is best to trim an iroko trees over hanging branch when it is still tender. If you allow it to grow powerful, it will become powerful and will start expecting frequent sacrifices like gods do. That's the direct interpretation of that Yoruba proverb. So the iroko tree becomes tough to cut or shed its branches or stem after it has fully matured. The adage serves as a reminder to act quickly. So you should act quickly, just like the adage, before things get out of hand. It claims that it is far preferable to deal with a troubling situation when it is still fresh, as it could turn into a major issue later. And it could be used to discuss the significance of disciplining a child when he is young, so that he does not grow up to be a source of worry and problem for his parent. It could also be used to describe someone who needs to change their mentality before entering the world. I've seen a number of folks enter into marriage with attitudes that they couldn't change while single. So the way people speak to you or treat you is also important. The sooner you correct them about how they talk to you or interact with you, the better. Just like another Yoruba proverb will always say, "Nkan tí èèyàn bá nígbà lọ ní olówó tálíkà ló máa ti ń kọ̀." Meaning, what one would not condone when he comes into wealth, he must reject while yet a pauper. You should be aware of what you desire and what you do not desire. It will grow more powerful than what you can manage eventually if you approach it with levity now. So now is the time to start reading those books. Don't wait until they are quite voluminous before you begin. Make your move right now. Now is the time to establish that standard. Now is the time to draw the curtain Now is the time to deal with the matter. Now is the time to work hard so that by December you would have made a lot of fortune for yourself. I'll be back after this time out.
Double your work, anything where you want to, you go get them if you want. Go shisha, stop living fake life. Ororo no be good boy, pussycat no be tiger, monkey at us chimpanzee. Walk you, but I no be for monkey you wanna have a big boy, swagger on your volley walk you. Tepa moche walk you, watch your go to beat your body, walk you, ọ̀rẹ́ mi múra sí iṣẹ́ walk you, watch your go to beat your body, walk you. You say you want expensive shit, o fẹ́ máa fara wé wheezy, you way you never amount, o fẹ́ máa bá wọn wọ Prada, you go rock am and run down, pàdé mi double your hustle. Respect yourself, stop living fake life. Ororo no be good boy, pussycat no be tiger, monkey at us chimpanzee. Walk you, but I no be for monkey you wanna have a big boy, swagger on your volley walk you, ọ̀rẹ́ mi tepa moche walk you, watch your go to beat your body, walk you, ọ̀rẹ́ mi múra sí iṣẹ́ walk you, watch your go to beat your body, walk you. Now you dey go see for club, drinking ìwọ ló máa wọ taxi, o lè rówó jẹun. Na only you dey make him out every time. Say you get it this way, your money no fit buy. Stop living fake life. Ororo no be good boy, pussycat no be tiger, monkey at us chimpanzee. Walk you, but I no be for monkey you wanna have a big boy, swagger on your volley walk you, ọ̀rẹ́ mi tepa moche walk you, watch your go to beat your body, walk you, ọ̀rẹ́ mi múra sí iṣẹ́ walk you, watch your go to beat your body, walk you. Hustle no fit to kill anybody,
Alright, that was work by Adegunle Gold. So now you know that it is far preferable to deal with a troubling situation when it is still fresh, as it could turn into a major issue later. So stop procrastinating, do it right now. Yes, you're still on to King 103.9 FM, Premier Hotel Ibadan. And it is the arena with your WORDY man, wordy man, Abiola Ayodele. So keep working hard, work hard, and smart. Then add God to it, and of course, you'll be successful. So stop procrastinating. Yes, you may have wasted effort. I'm not one of them who will tell you that you can't fail. In fact, you should prepare for failure if you want to be successful. Just like some people go about a campaign that men don't cry. And I tell them that men cry. Men cry and men carry their cross. So don't go with that attitude of men don't cry. Sometimes crying is a means of therapy. So you can cry if you feel like. You shouldn't allow hurt to accumulate in you and create darkness in you. So don't defend a pseudo-masculinity that is toxic to other people or toxic to humans, of course. So be careful what you go for. Be careful what you listen to. Men actually cry, and men also have wasted effort. Just like a saying that lions only succeed in a quarter of their hunting attempts, which means they fail in 75% of their attempts and succeed only in 25%. So despite this small percentage shared by most predators, they don't despair in their pursuit and hunting attempts. So you can't say because you have failed, you give up. No. That's not the time to give up. That's the time to recalibrate, re-strategize, and work on a new method to help you out. The main reason for this is not because of hunger, as some might think, but it is the understanding of the law of wasted effort. People call it the law of wasted efforts, and that has been instinctively built into animals, a law in which nature is governed. So the law of wasted effort has been built into animals, the law which nature is of course governed. Just like half of the eggs of fish are eaten, half of the babies born die before puberty. Most of the world's rainfalls drop in oceans, and most of the seeds of trees are eaten by birds. And scientists have found that animals, trees, and other forces of nature are more receptive to the law of wasted efforts. Only humans think that the lack of success in a few attempts is failure, but the truth is that we only fail when we stop trying. Success is not to have a life free of pitfalls and, little falls, but success is to walk over your mistakes and go beyond every stage where your efforts were wasted, and you look forward to the next stage. So if there is anything that summarizes this world, it will simply be continue all over again. Never stop at any stage of difficulty. Keep moving, keep thinking, keep trying, and above all, keep praying. So remember the law of wasted effort and forge ahead. The best success habit is getting trained for handling failures. So most people, they only learn how to be successful. They don't learn how to manage failure. So when you learn to be successful, you should learn how to manage failure too. So do not only program yourself to be successful, but learn how to handle failures and also learn the proper lessons about life. Just know I'm not being pessimistic here. If you have achieved everything, there is a chance to lose everything. Nobody knows when the next economic crisis will hit the world. So don't just be programmed for success. Also be trained to handle failures. And this reminds me of someone, a brilliant boy. He always scored 100% in science, got selected for IIT and scored excellent in IIT. He went to the University of California for MBA and got a high-paying job in America and settled there. He got married to a beautiful girl, bought a 5-room big house and luxury cars. He had everything that makes him successful. But a few years ago, he committed suicide after shooting his wife and children. So sad. So the question is, what went wrong? So California Institute of Clinical Psychology studied his case and found what went wrong. So the researcher met the boy's friends and family and found that he lost his job due to recent America's economic crisis during the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020, and he had to sit without a job for several months. After even reducing his previous salary amount, he didn't get any job at all. Then his house installment broke and he and his family lost the home. They survived a few months with less money, and then he and his wife together decided to commit suicide. He first shot his wife and children and then shot himself. So the case concluded that the man was programmed for success, but he was not trained to handle failures. So when we come to the actual question, what are the habits of highly successful people? The best success habit is getting trained for handling failures. So I want to request that you learn how to, not just to be successful, you should also train yourself to handle failures. Even parents should they should not just only program themselves and of course their children to be successful, but also teach them how to handle failures and also teach them proper lessons of life. Learning high level science and maths will help them to clear competitive exams, but knowledge life will help them to face every problem. A knowledge about life we of course help them to face every problem. Teach them about how money works instead of teaching them to work for money. Learn how money works. Don't just learn to work for money. Don't just learn to hustle or work hard to make money. Learn how money works. That money can be with you today and tomorrow money is not with you. You may be rich today and tomorrow you are extremely broke. So as you learn how to make money, how to work for money, you should also learn how money works. Some persons have learned how money works, so they have invested it and they are making more money. So you should find your passion, because degrees will not help you in the next economic crisis. And we don't know when the next crisis will hit the world. Success is a lousy teacher. Failure teaches you more. So don't stress much. Failure is part of success. That you have failed doesn't mean you are unsuccessful. Learn how to manage failure. I can see my destination already, but before then I'll leave you with this song. When I come back, we talk about a few things and then we draw the curtain. Keep it locked onto King 103.9 FM.
You go better. My people, this is the new national anthem for the hopeful Republic of Nigeria. No wahala. You go better. Things don't change. Things go better very, very soon. Now just get hope. No wahala. We go better. After today, I go see tomorrow. If I fall down, I go rise up. After today, I go see tomorrow. First and foremost, make I start with myself. Thank God say I no steal this song, I no borrow am. If not by now, EFCC for don't carry me. I thank God for me, I say I get handwork. If you get handwork, make you know say na there they shop. They say call am workshop. Now so Igbo call am. When you dey work, na there you dey shop. Those of now we no get handwork, I beg, make you no steal from person. Find something to do. Because by now you know say you don't dey grow old. But no matter, just do one small thing, no matter what. God hand dey on top am. My brother, poverty no be joke, but by now make you know say if you no work, you no go shop. Things different, people they different. That's why our hand they different, our fingers they different. As you see my brother face now, so it's different from my own. My brother just they talk. Poverty no good like I've been talked before. You see some people no go school, that one don't be say them cost them. Things different like I they talk am before now. You see if you no get house rent, no worry. You will find somewhere to stay, my brother. Go hand in your head. Go on with life, eh? No wahala, we go better. talk before, God don't bless for this country. We get better soil, good weather, plenty human resources. But it dey pain me say some human resources they mismanage other resources. Take for example, we get good soil, for correct food for this country. But because of some kind things wey no supposed to happen, the masses, my brother, no food for them to chop. Meanwhile, some people just dey chop with two hands. Pikin wey say mama no go sleep. Well, I leave now with that one. Make una dey think about her, But for me, I know say this country, I mean Naija, go still better any which way you see am. Make you no rush life. Take life cool, my brother. Everything get in time, Because you see, one day you go better for your life. You go better for children. Anything where you want, anything where you pray for. Kneel down, my brother. Pray to Almighty God. He go answer you right now or any day tomorrow, Wahala, he go better. After today, I go see tomorrow. If I fall down, I go rise up. After today, I go see tomorrow. Now, before I come out, make I talk something very, very serious. Mr. Bezis and Oga Piano Man, make una hold on first. Hold on. Make I convince and not confuse my people. So anything where I talk, make una answer simple by saying no wahala. Oh yeah, una ready? Okay now, let us go. If you no get house rent, if you no get money, if you never job, if you never marry, if you no go school, if your big plans never work, I get so many things to talk about. But long music, my brother, na money killer. Mr. Bezis, now na fit come out. Come back. Good. Thank you. So anybody wey no want better for this country, surely, you go soon delete. Meanwhile, make I distinguish. We go better. After today, I go see tomorrow. If I fall down, I go rise up. Surely I go rise. After today, I go see tomorrow. We go better. After today, I go if I fall down. Now as I've been talking before, love your neighbor. Find something to do. Pray for your country, my brother. Pray for your leaders. Pray for your leaders, so no matter what. No wahala, we dey. No wahala, no wahala.
Of course, no wahala. That was no wahala by DeMarco. So don't put yourself under undue pressure. Everything will look so fine if you learn how to manage failure. You won't be the first, you won't be the last.
Play this record.
I was in a conference and a clergy said that we've prayed enough in this nation. All we need to do now is to act. We've really prayed enough. When it comes to prayer, we've really prayed for this nation, but we need to act. And that brought to mind the two economies. Economy of knowledge and economy of religion. There are basically two economies in the world, and every nation on the face of the earth fall under either of them. The knowledge economy and the religion economy. The rich and prosperous nations of the world belong to the knowledge economy, while the poorest and poverty-stricken nations of the world belong to the religion economy. The knowledge economy is one that engages the brain, asks relevant questions, and provides solutions to problems. The religion economy is one that blackmails God and dumps every responsibilities on him. You want God to wake you up in the morning, you want God to dress you up to go to work and all of that. You pray to God for money, but you're not working. That doesn't make sense. The knowledge economy tasks the brain, the religion economy numbs the brain. Japan, for example, is a knowledge economy. It has no natural resources, but it is a prosperous nation, one of the richest on the planet. At least 6 of every 10 cars on Nigeria's roads today are Japanese cars. Japan is not a religious country, but it is one of the most corruption-free nations. China is not a religious country, but nations that ignore China today do so to their own peril. Nigeria falls on the religion economy. Everything depends on God. Now, did I say you shouldn't call on God? Did I say you shouldn't bring God to the situation? No, I'm saying you shouldn't put all of the responsibilities on God. You don't expect God to be the one to make good roads for us. We have to act. Nigeria is one of the most endowed nations with natural resources on the face of the earth, yet also among the poorest. Nigeria wears proudly the badge of poverty capital of the world and is one of the most corrupt nations on the face of the earth. It is also one of the most religious countries on the planet. It is a nation where everything depends on God, and God watches in disgust as we mortgage our brains. Even security agencies that are constitutionally funded from budgets look up to God to carry out their duties. But here is the irony. The 2 major religions of the world, Christianity and Islam, emanated from Israel and Saudi Arabia respectively, but none of those 2 nations fall under religion economy. I mean none. One of the evidences of their subscription to knowledge economy is the yearly pilgrimages that generate for them revenues in billions of dollars. But hypocritically stupid nations, like some nations, are comfortable disseminating nuisance to humanity with their, glamorization of the religion economy. People elected and empowered to do a job will turn around and ask those who elected them to pray. God is disgusted with religion economy. There is a reason he gave man brain and instructed him to subdue the earth. So if you are either a Christian or a Muslim, you do not commit yourself to the pursuit of knowledge, I'm sorry to say your life will become a perfect reflection of Nigeria. That's a fact. It is an illusion to anticipate wisdom where people do not pay attention to knowledge. So don't just pray, you should also act. And this is where I draw my curtain. It is King 103.9 FM. And it's been the arena with your WORDY man, wordy man, Abiola. Don't forget, it is an illusion to anticipate wisdom where people do not pay attention to knowledge. So you have, of course, you can be religious. You should also add knowledge to it. It's 5 minutes before 12 and I say my BYE special thanks to Yusuf, who has been with me in the studio helping me out with the music. I leave you with the song Adara by Sasha. Enjoy the rest of the day as beautiful as you are. Bye for now.
This is not a love song, but it's straight from my heart. I wanna talk about the stress, wanna get it off my chest, take my time and reinvest. Asking, is it worth it? All the sleepless nights, the fights and the crisis, the critics biting. Mama told me there'll be days like this. Put your pen to paper, never use your fist. Imagine how I came through my fears rhyming. Started my career, blew it up with the tribesmen. A lot of people had their own opinions. Took it in my stride and stuck with my onions. They think they know who she would be, should be. Numb by the pressure, see I really wanna be me. Inspiration,